Okay, in the retirement, so what is the next concept, Amma? Retirement. The retirement, question number 9 and question number 10 are the homework. So next I will explain first question number 12. And afterwards I will explain question number 11. Break. Why break? Okay. So now we are going to solve the question number 12 related to retirement. The retirement, we need to calculate the gaining ratio. What we need to calculate, Amma? Gaining ratio. So how to calculate the gaining ratio? So now before that we are having the 3 partners. Now after retaining the 1 partner, only 2 partners will be available. Which ratio will be more and which ratio will be less? New ratio will be more when compared to the old ratio. Which ratio will be more, ma? New ratio. So here the gaining ratio formula is equal to new ratio minus old ratio. Sir, why it will be big means? Imagine one apple. One apple is sharing 3 persons. The share will be 1 by 3. Now after retaining 1 person, that one apple is sharing only 1 by 2. So which ratio will be more? New ratio will be more. Half of the piece we will get. We will get the half of the piece. If the 3 members are having means only 1 by 3, 1 by third portion only we will get. That means which ratio will be more, ma? New ratio will be more and old ratio will be less. So before that, old ratio minus new ratio. Why, ma? Old ratio will be more, new ratio will be less. So gaining ratio. Here the gaining partners need to give the goodwill to the retiring partners. Who need to give, ma? Gaining partners need to give to the retiring partner. So that means retiring partner capital will be increases or decreases? Increases. Will be increases. So now which partner's capital will be decreases, amma? New partners capital will be decreases. So what is the gaining partners? What we can call it as gaining partners. What is the journal entry we'll get now? Gaining partners account debited to retiring partners. Are you getting the point or not? So what is the point we need to write now? Entry gaining partners account debited to retiring partner account. So we are increasing the retiring partner account and decreasing the gaining partners account, because the capital having which balance, amma? Credit balance. In order to increase, which side we need to record? Credit side. In order to decrease, which side we need to record? Debit side. So what is the entry we need to record, amma? Gaining partners account debited to retiring partners account. So this is the entry we need to record. How to calculate the goodwill? We know. We're having how many methods? 3 methods. Simple average, weighted average, capital employed. So they will give the, then if you calculate the goodwill, total goodwill of the firm we will get. Then what we need to calculate now? Based on the gaining ratio. So we need to calculate we need to see the retiring partners ratio, and we need to multiply with the retiring partner ratio, and we need to distribute in the ratio of gaining ratio now. So before that we have distributed in the ratio of sacrificing ratio. What is the entry they have recorded now? Previously in the admission, what is the entry we have recorded? New partner account debited to sacrificing partners. Now which entry we need to record? Gaining partners account debited to retiring partners. There the new partner capital account we have decreased and sacrificing partner account we have increased. Now retiring partners capital account we need to increase and gaining partners we need to decrease. The only difference is this one. Okay now. And so whatever the balance available, the gaining partners need to give to the retiring partners. Okay now, what are the things will be get by the retiring partner, amma? Retiring partner will get the share, capital share, and retiring partner will get the profits. undistributed profits also we need to give to the retiring partner. And all this, after adding this all the amounts, who need to give this amount amma? Who are the existing partners are there, they need to give this amount. So sometimes they will give, they will say to us what ma, we have settled the retiring partner account, we have settled the retiring. Settled means how we can settle amma? By way of cash or by way of bank balance. If nothing is mentioned, how we need to imagine amma? We need to show as a capital retiring partner loan account. How we need to show ma? Retiring partner loan account. సో కొన్నిసార్లు వాడు ఏం చెప్తాడు, సెటిల్ అంటాడు. సెటిల్ అంటే వాట్ వీ నీడ్ టు రైట్ మా? By bank or cash. So not settled means we need to show as a liability on which side? Balance sheet liability side as a loan account. As a loan account. Are you getting the point or not? Is there any doubts up to here? So what is the gaining ratio? New ratio minus old ratio. What is the entry we need to record amma? Gaining account, gaining partners capital account debited to retiring partners capital accounts. We need to increase this retiring and we need to decrease the gaining. Okay now. So you will understand some more better after solving the question. So please open workbook question number 12. The balance sheet of A and B, A, B and C, who are sharing the profits in the proportion of the capital stood at follows are the following on the March 2023. Who are sharing the profits in a proportion of their capitals. The proportion of their capitals means what? 4:3:2. Proportion of the capital means what ma? 4:3:2. Okay, now we need to identify. Please see here. So the stock to be depreciated by how much amma? 6%. That means asset value increases or decreases? Decreases. So revaluation account debited to stock account. The provision for doubtful debts to be brought up by 5% on debtors. So directly we need to calculate the 5% on the debtor. So next one, that the land and buildings be appreciated by 20%. Okay. So next one, the provision for 1540 to be made in respect of outstanding legal charges. So provisions are all called as liabilities amma. So liability created means revaluation account debited to provisions accounts. So next one, that the goodwill of the entire firm is fixed at how much amma? 21,600. They only given the goodwill of the firm. And B's share of it be adjusted into the accounts of A and C, who are going to share the future profits in the 5:3. They are given the future ratio. What is the future ratio amma? 5:, new ratio they have given. Old ratio we know. What is the old ratio? 4:3:2. Then we can identify the gaining ratio. So who is the partner is going out? B. Who is the partner is going out amma? B. That the assets and liabilities except cash at bank were to be appear in the balance sheet as the old figures. That means what we need to do? Except to cash, all the balances, assets and liabilities, we need to show at the same balance. Means what we need to do amma? We need to prepare the memorandum revaluation account. Only revaluation account. We need to prepare the memorandum revaluation. So please remember this point amma. In the before question also same point we have seen. Okay na? So next one, that the entire capital of the firm as a newly constituted by a fixed at how much amma? 56,000 between A and B in the proportion of 5:3. That means what they have given amma? They have given the closing balance of capitals. They have given the closing balance of capitals of A and B. What is the total capital they need to maintain? 56,000. Okay. The proportion what amma? 5:3. So 56,000 into 5/8. How much amma? 31,000 is the closing balance of 35,000 is the closing balance of A, and 56,000 into 3/8. 21,000 is the closing balance of C. So like that. So simple adjustment they have given. So now what we need to do? We no need to calculate the goodwill. They only given the goodwill. So easily what is the first working note amma? First, we need to prepare the memorandum revaluation account. Second one, partners capital account. Third one, cash account, cash at bank. Fourth one, what balance sheet. What is the first working note we need to prepare? Calculation of gaining ratio, and then we need to pass the entries. Are you getting the point or not, ma? So whether we are settling the amount, we need to show as a loan. We did not given anything related to settlement, ma. So that means what we need to do? We need to show as a loan. Are you getting the point? మీకు అర్థమవుతుందా? So shall we start? So keep the heading retirement. The retirement, which question amma? So same again amma. Memorandum revaluation account full page. So before only we have seen this model. For that reason again I am doing this model, in order to understand better understand. Okay na, in the examination they will give the stepwise marking, no problem. Even though balance sheet was not tallied, you will get the marks. Okay na, they will not strike it off. So what is the second working note? Sorry, second one. Partners capital account. How many partners are there, ma? 3 partners. So next what we need to prepare, amma? Bank. Cash at bank. To prepare. So next, balance sheet. Balance sheet of a firm as on 31st March. What is the date, amma? 2000. What is the date of retirement, amma? You are not given anything, huh? Okay. 3. Liabilities amount rupees. Assets amount rupees. Not doing. Completed already. cash at bank. So practice with the scale, because examination you need to draw the lines now. So you practice now itself can get this fastness. So next one, partners capital accounts. Particulars for the partners summa A, B. What is the first first one? First account, memorandum revaluation. Completed, Amma. Shall we start? What we need to do first one, Amma? See the first point, and we can do on your own also. What is the first point, Amma? Stock to be decreased by 6%. So decreases means which side we need to record, Amma? Debit side, Amma. To stock. What is the calculation? 16,000 into 6%. How much? 9. What is the next point, Amma? The provision for doubtful debts to be brought up to 5% on debtors. So 2 provision by provision, Amma. 2 provision. So we need to calculate on debtor. 2 provision for bad debts. So what is the debtor value, Amma? Okay, now we need but we need to calculate on only on debtor value. What is the debtor value given in the question? 10,000. So 10,000 into how much percentage? 5%. That is the opening provision we can write. Okay, na? How much? So 10,000. That provision normally will be on the which side, Amma? Liability side. But as per disclosure, we have recorded on the, we have reduced from the debtors. No problem. Okay, now 10,000 into how much? To 5%. How much, Amma? 500. Okay, na? So next, what we need to do? Land and building appreciated by 20%. How much, Amma? We have got the 500. Okay, we can do, no problem. Intermediate. Sir, they have told us to provide, Amma. How much they have we have provided? How much they said to provide us, Amma? Up to 5%. Up to 5%. So 5% we have calculated on debtor. How much? 500. Okay, na. They They said that thing only. We need to do that one. But again, they are reducing there. Okay, now why they have reduced means already how much provision we are having? 200 we are having. For that reason, we need to reduce the 2. Okay, now. So 5% we have calculated how much we have got. 500. Okay, now already how much provision we are having? Opening balance. So that for that reason they are doing how much? 300. So reduce there. Please remember this point. So already how much we are having, Amma? 5% is already we are having the 200. So net of 300 we need to write. They said to create 5%, 5% Amma. How much we have got? 500. Already how much provision you are having? 200. So still how much we need to create? That's all. Again, what is the second point? Buy land and buildings. Yes or no? How much? 50,000 into 20%. So please remember this provision concept, Amma. So next one. The provision for rupees how much, Amma? 1540. Need to create an outstanding legal expenses. So okay, two provision for outstanding legal expense. Two provision for outstanding legal expenses. How much, Amma? 1540. Completed. So next what we need to do? That's all. There is no anything else. So do the balance. $10,000. Balance how much? 7,200. We need to share to how many partners, Amma? 3 partners. Okay, now we have the old partners are 3 members. New partners are 2 members. 2 capital. So A, B, C. How much, Amma? 7,200 to. What is the proportion, Amma? Proportion of capitals. 4 divided by 9. 4 is to 3 is to 2. Proportion of capitals they are saying. Proportion of capitals. 2 4 by 9. 3,200. What is the next one, Amma? 7,200 into 3 by 9. 3 by 9 only, 2,400. 7,200 into 2 by 9. 1,000. Okay, na guys? So next what we need to do? So debit, credit, credit, debit. Buy stock. How much, Amma? 960. Buy debtors. 300. Buy provision for legal expenses. 1540. 2 land and buildings. 10,000. So total will be same 10,000. Balance. So 10,000, 7,200. So what is the new ratio they have given in the question number? 5:3. 5/8, 3/8. So A and C, 7,200 into 5/8. 2,700. 7,200 into 3/8. You have completed one thing successfully. So next what we need to do, Amma? See the next point they have given. So the goodwill of the entire firm is equal to how much, Amma? 21,600. B share of it be adjusted in the accounts of A and B, who are going to share the profits at the ratio of 5:3. So go to the working note number 1. What we need to calculate in the working note number 1, Amma? Working note number 1, calculation of gaining ratio. What we need to calculate, Amma? Gaining ratio and goodwill adjustment. Calculation of gaining ratio and goodwill adjustment. So what is the gaining ratio formula, Amma? Ratio minus whole ratio. Ratio minus whole ratio. So A's gaining ratio so what is the new ratio, Amma? 5/8 minus what is the old ratio, Amma? 4/9. 4/9. So what is the LCM? 9 8 sir. 20. 45 minus 34. 34. 8 4 are 32 kadra. Doubt వచ్చింది. 45 minus 32. How much, Amma? 13. 13/72. So what is the C's gaining ratio? 3/8 minus 9. 72. 9 3s are 27 minus 60. వాడు కరెక్ట్ చదివితే ఇటు తప్పు చదువుతాడు. 7/72. What is the gaining ratio? Gaining ratio is equal to 13:7. You cancel. 113. Completed. So now, what is the entry, Amma? Okay. What is the total goodwill? 21,000. So B's share of goodwill. much amma? Hey, B share of goodwill you need to identify na. 21,600. What is the old ratio of B? 3 by 9. 3 9 3 by 9. 3 by 9. 7,200. Now this 7,200. So 7,200 we need to distribute it to gaining partners. Who are the gaining partners? A and C. The ratio of 13 is to 11. 11 is to 13. How much? For A, how much amma? 13 by 24. 3,000. B is equal to 7,200 into 11 by 24. That's why I have asked again. 10 by 24, how much? Only 7,000 there here. Okay. Completed up to here. So what is the entry we need to record? Gaining ratio, na? Gaining partner. Who is the gaining partner? Sir, gaining partners account debited to retiring partner. So A's capital account debit. If you want, you can write, or directly we can write. Is capital account debit to B's capital account retiring partner. So how much amma? 3,900, 3,300, 7,200. Again you will do divided by 11. Okay na guys? So now we need to post these all the things. So first write the opening balances. So what are the opening balances given amma? By balance brought down 40,000, 30,000, 20,000. What is the cash opening balance amma? To balance brought down. Balance brought down. The same process what we have done before. So go to the revaluation account, memorandum revaluation account, and say the balances. First, how much amma? Here debit side means in the partner's capital account, credit side. By memorandum or to memorandum? By memorandum revaluation account. How much amma? 3,200. 2,400. Next, 1,300. Next one and amma. To memorandum revaluation. How much? Two partners. Only two partners, na? So B, A and C. 4,527. So next we have entered one entry. Which entry, Amma? So in the A's capital account, debit side, B's capital accounts also debit side, and what we need to write, ma, 2B's capital 3933. 2B's capital 933, and by A and C capital, how much amount? For 7,200. That's all. Is anything we need to do now? So see the reserve is there or not there. B column out. 7,200. So what is the next one? So is there any reserve, ma? No, there is no reserve. Okay. How much amount of closing balance we need to maintain? They are given in the question. So the entire capital of the firm newly constituted by a fixed amount at 56,000 between the A and C in the ratio of 5:3. So now we need to go to the to balance carried on, by balance carried on, amma. To balance carried on. So can you say the calculation? 56,000 into 5 by 8. 35,000. Here how much, amma? 56,000 into 3 by 8. Okay, amma. They have told us to anything settlement or not, ma. So now anything balancing figure related to B, we need to show as a loan account. So close the accounts, all the accounts, close all the accounts. So 35, this side please check, ma. 43,400. Proved, proved enter. Okay, total 43,000. 43,400. Okay, what is the balancing figure? 200. Which side? Right side, huh? Okay. Next. Reach April. 39,600. 39,600. 36,000. So 39,600 only, yeah? Please don't duck. You know, sir, up to here, right? 200, right? 'Next, 51,600. This side, how much? Balance. So, what is the meaning of this balances, Amma? What is the balance? What is the meaning of these balances? By bank. So that much amount need to be brought back. Amma. Transfer to bank account. Debit side. So to A's account, A's capital. How much, Amma? 100. To C's capital. How much? 5,400. What is the total, Amma? 15. Array. By way of seeing, we can say the balance. Completed, huh? Yeah. This 16,600 where we need to record, Amma? Bank. Hey, no, Almagra na Italian. Two capitals. So partners capital. So who are the partners capital, Amma? A. Yeah. AC. A how much, Amma? Closing balance. 35,000. 21,000. 35,000. 51,000. 56,000. So next B's loan. How much, Amma? 39,000. Write the remaining values as it is. Aramagra. So creditor how much? 13,800. What are the remaining values? Land and building 50,000. Then mystery 17,000. Stock 16,000. Debtors 9,600. కదరా నువ్వే అయిపోయిందిగా. లైబిలిటీ 1 lakh, 1 lakh 9,400. $45. Easy question only. Completed? Okay. The next question we need to solve. Question we have completed, Amma. So next 11th question will be solved after the break. So next we are going to discuss about question number 11. So in the concept of retirement, same. So compass, cone and circle are the partnership sharing profits and losses in the ratio of 3:2:1. You know, they have given the 1 in the downside. So 3:2:1. The balance sheet of the firm as on 31st December 2022 was as follows. So the capitals of compass, cone and circle they have given. Reserves, what we need to do, Amma? We need to written off. Next, machinery at cost, less provision for depreciation. Furniture, sundry debtors, provision for doubtful debts. So next one, stock and cash at bank. On 31st March 2023, what is the date of retirement, Amma? 31st March 2023. The cone retires and compass and circle continue in the partnership form, sharing profits and losses in the ratio of 3:2. So that means we can easily find out the gaining ratio. It was agreed that adjustments were to be made the balance sheet on 31st March 2022 in respect of the following. So make it as 23. Revaluation. So 31st March 2023. Okay, now you rectified the mistake. Next, the machinery was to be revalued at 45. So what is the machinery value, Amma? 50,000. We are going to revalue 45. So revaluation account debited to machinery account. The stock was to be reduced by 2%. Furniture was to be reduced to. So furniture was to be reduced to 600. So next one, the provisions, doubtful debts would be how much, Amma? 4,000. Okay, na? So next one, the provisions of rupees 300 was to be made for outstanding expenses. So provision for doubtful debts they have given how much, Amma? 4,000. So easily we can do the partnership, revaluation account easily we can prepare. The partnership agreement provides you that the retirement of the partners, the goodwill was to be valued at how much, Amma? 24,000. So goodwill was to be, and the cone's share of the same was to be adjusted into the account of compass and circle. So that means we need to find out the gaining ratio and we need to write that entry. What is the entry, Amma? Gaining partners account debited to the profit up to the date of the retirement was estimated up to how much, Amma? 18,000. They are estimating the profit of rupees how much? 18,000. So this is the special point of this question. Till now they did not given about the profit related information. So now only they have given the profit related information. The cone was to be paid off in full. Paid off in full means what, ma? Cone is retiring for the form, yes or no, ma? So paid off in full means we are going to settle the account, we are not going to settle the account. We are going to settle the account. The compass and circle was to be bring such an amount in cash, so has to make their capitals in proportion to the new capital sharing ratio. Ultimately the final capital, after the making all the adjustments of the two partners. Who are the two partners, amma? Compass and circle. We need to add back the total capital of the two members, and we need to adjust with the new profit sharing ratio. So after completing of all the adjustments, we can find out the closing balance of compass and circle. But after find out in the closing balance of compass and circle, we need to add back both the capitals, and we need to make the readjustment. With the new profit sharing ratio. Subject to a condition that the cash balance should be how much, amma? So what is the meaning of this one? The closing balance of the cash must be 20,000, must be maintained as a working capital. So in order to maintain the working capital, in order to do the operating expenses, you need to maintain how much, amma? 20,000. So pass the necessary journal entries and give the effect of above agreements and prepare the partners capital account for the 31st March 2023. Even though they are asking the entries, what we need to prepare, ma? We can prepare the revaluation account and then partners capital account and then cash account and then balance sheet. The same steps we need to follow. Is there any difficulty in this question, sir? No. The only one thing is the difficult thing. Which point, ma? Profit point. The profit up to the date was how much, amma? 18,000. To understand this one thing easily, you can go through. Shall we start? Okay, amma. Put the heading. Question number. Question number 11. Memorandum revaluation, only normal revaluation, amma. Normal revaluation. For the just revaluation account, they will give you how many marks, ma? 3 marks. Revaluation 7 marks ittara. The intermediate revaluation account only difficult. Are you getting the point, ma? If you get the correct thing, the same steps we need to follow. Partnership only easy, but we need to focus, that's all. Need to read carefully. So revaluation account, here and here, particulars account rupees, particulars. Okay. Shall we start, amma? So what is the first point, amma? Machinery was revalued at 45,000. Upward or downward, amma? Downward. How much? So wait a second. The machinery value is 50,000, and we are having the provision now. How much, amma? 8,000. So what is the net book value? 42,000. So ultimately we are having the book value only 42,000. But we are going to revalue it. How much, amma? 45,000. Upward revaluation or downward revaluation? upward revaluation. So presently our book value is how much, amma? 42,000. That's why only wait a second. Sir, we know what is the meaning of provision account. Provision means nothing but accumulated depreciation. Provision for depreciation, accumulated depreciation. Up to now, what is the total depreciation of the machinery? 8,000. So cost minus depreciation, how much? What is the, we will get? Book value. Book value is equal to 42. We are going to revaluate how much, amma? 45. Upward revaluation or downward revaluation? Upward. So what is the entry? Machinery account debited to revaluation. So two machinery or by machinery? By machinery. 45,000 minus 42,000. How much, amma? 3,000. Okay, na guys? Please be very careful. Next one. Stock was reduced by 2%. Now we can calculate directly 2%. So what is the stock value, amma? 50,000. So two stock or buy stock? Two stock, 50,000 to 2%. How much? So next one. Furniture was to be reduced to 600. Okay, nama. What is the furniture value, amma? 1,000 to 600 we are reducing. How much amount we have reduced? 400. Reduced to 600 means for up to then we have revalued. Reduced by 600 means directly we can write the 600. Okay, na? So two furniture account. How much, amma? 1,000 minus 600. What is the next point, amma? Provision for doubtful debts would be how much, amma? Should be how much? 4,000. So already how much provision we are having? 3,000. So what is the extra provision? 1,000. Are you getting the point or not? Already we are having the 3,000. How much extra provision we need to create? 1,000. So what is the entry? Revaluation account debited to provision. Because of you only, you are shouting like a. To provision for bad debts. 4,000 we need to maintain, but already we are having 3,000. So that is equal to how much, amma? 1,000. Next one. Provision how much we need to maintain, ma? 300. So this 300 we can write directly. To provision for outstanding expenses. How much, amma? 300. 300 or 3,000? So that's all. Is there anything else? Three thousand total. 300. This 300 we need to distribute to 3 members. So 2 partners capital account. Compass. Kona. So 300 into 5, 6. 300 into 2 by 6. 50. Okay, Nama. So what is the next one we need to think? Partners capital account. Next we need to draw the partners capital account. How many partners are there? 3 partners. So if you want to write the entries means what are the entries you need to pass? What is the entry for the machinery? Machinery account debited to revaluation. What is the entry for the stock? Revaluation account debited to stock account, to furniture account, to provision for expenses. Partners. Partner capital account. Dear particulars. Compass. Kill. Particulars. Pass. Kill. Next what we need to do, Amma? First, next we need to draw the cash or bank account. Cash or bank, Amma? Cash at bank. So next which one, Ma? Balance sheet. Balance sheet of partnership form. So as on, what is the date of retirement, Amma? 31st March 2022. 2 or 3? Liabilities, rupees. It's read, Amma. Okay, shall we start? Next, what we need to find out, Amma? First, gaining ratio. Goodwill they have given, they have not given. Given, no. 24,000 is called as total goodwill. Okay, na? So calculation of, once we completed that thing, we can easily post all. Working note number 1. Calculation of gaining ratio goodwill. Can you guys see the old profit sharing ratio? 3:2 ratio 3:2 for compass and only circle will be the gaining ratio. Compass gaining ratio equals to 3/6. 3/6 minus 3/5. That is equal how much sum? 6 5s are 30. 5 3s are 15. Sorry, new ratio. Sorry guys. 3/5 minus divided by 3/6. How much sum? 18 minus 15. You are doing overaction, right? 3/30. ఓకేనా కనుక ఇంకొంచెం ఎక్స్ట్రా చేసాం అనుకో బయటికి పంపుతా. నెక్స్ట్ కంపాస్, నెక్స్ట్ కోన్, నెక్స్ట్ వాట్ మా సర్కిల్. సర్కిల్ గెయినింగ్ రేషియో. వాట్ ఈస్ ద సర్కిల్ గెయినింగ్ రేషియో అమ్మా? 2/5 minus న్యూ రేషియో రా. వాడు ఒకడు ఆగాడంటే నువ్వు ఒకటి తయారవుతావు. 2/5 మైనస్ హౌ మచ్ అమ్మా? 2/6. 1/6. అరే మధ్యలో వాడు వెళ్ళిపోయాడు. ఓకేనా? 1/6 హౌ మచ్ అమ్మా? 12 minus 5. Right? ఓకేనమ్మా. సో నెక్స్ట్ వాట్ ఈస్ ద టోటల్ గుడ్ విల్? Total goodwill is equal to 24,000. Cone's share of goodwill. 24,000 to 2/6. 8,000. 8,000 we need to distribute to gaining partners in the gaining ratio. Who are the two partners? So what is the ratio, amma? 3:1. Compass how much, amma? 8,000 into 3/10. 1,400. Circle how much, amma? 8,000 into 7/10. How much, amma? 1,000. Clear, guys. Second, I will come back. Okay, guys, what is the entry? So entry, compass capital account debit, circle capital account debited to. Directly we can post, no problem. Okay. What are the opening balances, Amma? Can you say? By balance brought down 40,000, 3,000, 20,000. So we are taken from the balance sheet. So what is the cash opening balance? Bank balance brought down. How much, Amma? 40,000. Okay, na guys. So next, see the revaluation account. So here the debit side means in the partner's capital account, which side, Amma? Credit side. So by revaluation account, how much, Amma? 150, 100, 50. Okay, na? Next, we have seen the entry. Which entry, Amma? Gaining partners account debited to cone only, yeah? To cone account. How much, Amma? What are the amounts? 2,400, 5,600. And here what we need to write, Ma? By compass on the circle. Or how much, Ma? 8,000. And we are having the reserve. We are having the reserve. So please write off the reserve also. What is the amount of reserve, Ma? 30,000 in the ratio of old ratio, Ma. Okay, na? So 2 reserve, by reserve, Ma. By reserve. So what is the proportion? What is the ratio? Old ratio, Ma. 2:1. What is the total amount, Ma? So 30,000 in 3:2:1. So 30,000 into 3 by 5, 3 by 6. 15,000, 10,000, 5,000. Sir, no, Ma? Same like revaluation calculation. 300. Next one. So next we are having the one more point. We need to wait. That's all. That profit point only we are having. So working note number 2. Adjustment of estimated profit. Adjustment of estimated profit. How much profit we are going to estimate, Amma? 8,000. Total estimated profit is equal to how much, Amma? 18,000. This estimated profit, we need to assume that we have received. We are going to receive in the form of cash. What is the assumption, Amma? So we are receive the profit in the form of cash. And divided into the profit sharing ratio of all partners. So this is the profit we are going to receive in future. Yes or no, Ma? This profit is belongs to all the partners. This profit is belongs to all the partners. Who are all the partners, Amma? Compass, cone, circle. So what is the proportion? All the partners means old proportion or new proportion? Old ratio. So we are receiving in the form of cash. That means what is the entry, Amma? We need to increase the bank balance and we need to increase the capital balance. So what is the entry? Yes, bank account debited to capitals account. So can you say bank account debit? How much summa? 18,000. Bank account debit 18,000. To who are the partners summa? Compass, compass, phone, circle. So divide the 18,000 into the proportion of whole. What is the whole proportion? 9,000, 1,000, 3,000. Either we can estimate like this, or either we can estimate. We can write in the place of bank what ma P&L adjustment account. What we can write ma P&L adjustment account. So we are going to estimate. We are going to prepare two accounts or only one account. Two accounts. Partners capital account we are prepared and bank also we are going to prepare. And we are going to settle down the whose balance ma cone balance also. Okay na? Please be very good. So in the bank account what we need to write? The bank account what we need to write ma? To compass, cone, 1,000, 1,000, 3. The partners capital account which side amma? Credit side by bank 9,000, 1,000. So this is the new point. So they are also told us what ma closing balance of bank. How much amount we need to show as a closing balance of bank ma? How much amount amma? 20,000 is the closing balance of bank. So go to the bank and we can write by balance carried on. How much amma? 3,000. Guys. Then first close phone account amma. Is a tab problem ma? Bear with me. Aura. What is the total of cone? 84,100. So what is the balancing figure? Same 84,100. What is the meaning of this 84,100 amma? We are paying we are not paying we are paying to bank account. The bank account which side amma? So normally if we are not paying means how we need to show ma? We need to show as a loan account. By con capital account. How much ma? 84,000. What is the balancing figure amma? 1 lakh. Atla. 1,04,100. 46,100. What is the meaning of this balance amount amma? What is the meaning of this balance amount? Goodwill. This much amount should be brought by whom? The remaining partners. Much amount should be, because we need to maintain how much amma? We need to maintain 20,000 and we need to give 84,100. That means this much amount need to brought by remaining partners. So how much they need to brought we can find out. Okay na? So who are the partners amma? Compass to compass and circle capitals. To compass and circle capital. Sir, these are all the special points. First we have done the revaluation account, normal. We have opened the capital account, normal. Okay na? And we have identified the gaining ratio and we have distributed in that normal. What is the special point here? Profit. So we are estimating the profit received in the form of bank. That thing also we have posted. After that we are settling we are not settling amma. We are settling. Settling means to bank we need to write or what ma? To bank. And we need to maintain the closing balance. How much amma? 20,000. 20,000 closing balance also we need to maintain. So this much amount of 46,100 should be brought by the remaining partners. How much amount they need to bring, sir? We need to see. Sir, what we at the time of discussion of the question I have told you. What is the points are here? Special point. The compass and circle were to be bring such an amount in cash. Okay na? How much amount they need to bring in the cash amma? We have calculated. How much amount amma? 46,100. So has to make the capitals in the proportion of new profit sharing ratio. Now we need to identify the closing balance of compass and circle, and we need to add back how much amount amma? We need to add back 46,100. The total closing balance we will get, and we need to apportion in the ratio of new ratio. So this is only one more special point. Are you getting the point? Already మన closing balance ఇక్కడ వచ్చింది. What is the meaning of this closing balance? 46,100 they need to bring, and again we need to see the closing balance of compass and circle. Okay na? Closing balance of compass plus closing balance of circle plus 46,100, total of all the things, we'll get the closing balance of capital. This closing balance of capital need to be apportionment. అవి ఏ రేషియోలో ఉండాలంట? That closing capital should be in the proportion of new profit sharing ratio. In the proportion of new profit sharing ratio. Are you getting the point or not? Now, please identify the closing balance by way of seeing partners capital account. Was how much? Minus 2400 amma. 1750 is the closing balance of compass. Circle how much? 22,000, 22,450. Yeah. And only these two things we need to add. We need to add the cash amount they need to bring. Cash amount they need to bring that much amount also. We need to add a less sum. Add. Okay na. So which side we will be generally? What is the entry for the cash brought by the partner? What is the entry amma? Bank account debited to partner's capital account. That means which side they should be? This side only. Yeah. Cash account debited to partner's capital means in the partner's capital account which side? Credit side. You have done 150 plus or minus? Plus. Okay now also what we need to add amma? We need to add that balance, bank balance. We don't know how much amount should be brought by the compass, how much amount should be brought by the circle. That much thing we don't know. But we are doing now what ma? That thing we need to show as a closing balance. Now we need to go into apportionment. We are going for the apportionment. Are you getting the point or not? So now we will get the conclusion, no problem. Okay, working note number what amma? Huh? So total adjusted capitals of compass and skill. Closing balance of compass. How much amma? Please say the calculation. How you have done? Please say the calculation amma. Which are the things you have added? 40,000 plus 150 plus 15,000 plus 9,000 minus 2,400. How much amma? 31,750. Next, closing balance of circle. How much amma? 20,000 plus 50 plus 5,000 plus 3,000 minus 5,600. How much amma? 22,450. Only these two things we need to add. They need to bring cash also na. They need to bring the cash. Balance cash. How much amma? 46,100. What is the total amount? Like 30,300. Okay now. This is the total balance they need to maintain. Total capital balance they need to maintain. So what is the new ratio amma? 3:2. No. We need to apportion in the ratio of 3:2. So compass and circle. 3:2. How much number? 78,000 180. 32,120. What is the meaning of these two things amma? Closing balance. Nothing but carry down or brought down. Carry down. 78,180 and 52,001. Balance carried on. Working note number 3 amma. 78,180. Next one. 58,000. 52,120. Now do the balance amma. We will get the balance, we will not get balance. Now do the balance of this. 78,180 plus 2,400. How much amma? 80,580. Next 52,120 plus 5,600. 57,000. What is the balancing figure? 29,000. 29,000. 30. What is the meaning of this one? రెండు యాడ్ చేస్తే ఏదో వస్తుంది చూడండి. 16,430 ప్లస్ 29,600. అది ఎక్కడో చూసినట్టుంది. Cash balance. So before that we have identified that much amount brought by both the persons. Now we have identified that what ma 16,430 should be brought by the compass, 29,670 should be brought by the circle. That is the main point. You know, these are the balancing figures by bank. Guys, are you getting the point or not? Okay, now we are repaying the phone's capital, and we are also repaying and we are also maintaining the 20,000 as a balance. So in order to repay and in order to maintain, how much amount of cash we need to bring amma? 46,100. In this 46,100, 16,430 should be brought by the compass, 29,670 should be brought by the circle. How you identified this one is a balancing figure? They have told us whatever the balance available, you need to make the apportionment of new profit sharing ratio. Are you getting the point or not? Sir, వాడు కనుక ఆ పాయింట్ ఇవ్వకపోయి ఉంటే డైరెక్ట్గా ఇక్కడ ఏం చేసేవాళ్ళం? డైరెక్ట్గా ఇక్కడే 46,100 ఇంటూ 3/2 చేసేవాళ్ళం. కానీ వాడు ఏ పాయింట్ ఇచ్చాడు? మీ యొక్క క్లోజింగ్ బ్యాలెన్స్ అనేది ఎట్లా ఉండాలంట? ఏదైతే న్యూ ప్రాఫిట్ షేరింగ్ రేషియో ఉంది చూసారా, ఆ న్యూ ప్రాఫిట్ షేరింగ్ రేషియోకి ఎలా అయితే ఉందో అలా, అంటే షేరింగ్ రేషియో మస్ట్ బి ఈక్వల్ టు ద ప్రాఫిట్ కాంట్రిబ్యూషన్ రేషియో. ప్రాఫిట్ కాంట్రిబ్యూషన్ రేషియో అనేది దేనికి ఈక్వల్ అవ్వాలంటే ఇప్పుడు షేరింగ్ రేషియోకి ఈక్వల్ అవ్వాలని చెప్పాడు. అందుకని ఏం చేసాం? ద క్లోజింగ్ బ్యాలెన్స్ ఆఫ్ ఆల్ ద కంపాస్ అండ్ ఆల్ ద సర్కిల్ ప్లస్ వాట్ ఎవర్ ద బ్యాలెన్స్ దే నీడ్ టు బ్రింగ్. సో టోటల్లీ వీ హ్యావ్ యాడెడ్ అండ్ వీ హ్యావ్ అపోజ్డ్ ద బేస్ ఆఫ్ new profit sharing ratio na old profit sharing ratio na? New profit sharing ratio. Are you getting the point or not? So this is the only special point in this question. Now what is the one more special point amma? Profit. Okay, they have given the profit, we have estimated that what ma? We have brought the profit. So then those prepare the balance sheet, it will be completed. So in the balance sheet, first write the capitals. So what are the capitals we are having, Amma? Only compass and circle. What are the closing balances? 78,180 and 52,120. $28,180 plus 52,120. What is the total amount, Amma? 1,30,300. What is the cash closing balance? 20,000. Cash closing balance how much, Amma? 20. Cash or bank? Now what are the remaining balance? We need to write, Ma. So what are all the remaining balances? Reserve is there or not there, Amma? There is no reserve. We already distributed to the partners. Sundry creditors, is there any change? There is no change in the sundry creditor. How much, Amma? Creditor 60,000. So next one. Missionary value is how much? 45,000. Missionary value, Amma. We are revalued. Revalued to what is the value? So what is the revalued amount, Amma? 45,000. So missionary 45,000. What is the next one? Furniture 600. Furniture how much, Amma? They have depreciated up to 600. Sir, no, Ma. Furniture 600. What is the next one? Sundry debtors 80,000. Provision how much we need to maintain? 4,000. So here instead of 3,000, how much amount we need to reduce? 4,000. So debtors how much, Amma? 80,000 minus PPD 4,000. What is the net amount, Amma? 26,000. Guys, are you getting a? We adjusted in the revaluation account. Okay, now one more extra 1,000. So what is the next one, Amma? Debtors completed. Next stock how much, Amma? 50,000 minus 2% we have reduced. 3,000 minus 2%. 49,000. What is the next one, Amma? Cash at bank we already recorded. So that's balanced. One lakh. We had already. So they did not ask us to prepare the balance sheet. That means it will not be tally. Okay, ma? They ask us to prepare only the capital accounts. That's all. It is an extract. You can write what, ma? Extract of the balance sheet. If they ask us to prepare the balance sheet means it will be tally. You know? So all the things we have done the correctly only. So it is an extract. That's all. How much, ma? 1,90,300. 1,90,000. That means they are 100. So it is an extractum. Is right here. They have missed out certain information. You know. So successfully we have completed the retirement also. So till now we have completed the admission and retirement. So see this sum. So see, it is somewhat difficult sum. Okay, now what are the two adjustments we are having in this question? First one is called as profit, and second one is called as we need to make the apportionment of new profit sharing. Capital contribution ratio will be different, and profit sharing ratio will be different. How, sir? Means I will say, imagine the capitals are 10,000 to 20,000. What is the capital contribution ratio? Capitals are 10,000 and 20,000. What is the capital contribution ratio? 1:2. So they may give the profit sharing ratio as 3:2. Normally this ratio will be different and capital contribution ratio will be different. Now what he is saying, Amma, please identify the closing balance and you need to apportionment on the basis of 3:2. What is the closing balance now? 30,000. This 30,000 you need to apportionment in the ratio of 3:2. How much will get? 18,000 and 12,000. So like that he has asked in the current question. That's all. Okay now. Why I have added the bank balance once again? This bank balance also need to brought by that existing partners only, because we have repaid the loan, we are maintaining the 20,000 as a bank balance. So for that reason the extra amount should be brought by the existing partners. So for that reason I have added the bank balance also. So after adding all this, we need to make the apportionment in the ratio of new profit sharing ratio. Are you getting the point, Amma? So once see this question, accept this question, all the things are easy. So you need to solve which question, Amma? You need to solve on your own 10th question and 9th question. First and should you need to solve the 9th question at least. Okay, Amma? So 10th question and 9. So in the next class we can see the admission cum retirement and death. Tomorrow, up to tomorrow, we can complete the death up to death, and still we are having the 3 more models: dissolution, joint life policy, amalgamation, and LLP. The 4 models. LLP is a somewhat big method. Okay, I will explain even though no problem. Still, it will take 2 to 3 days. Okay, if Sunday is, thank you guys. Okay. Hi guys. So now we are going to start with the retirement cum admission. The previous class we have completed the retirement. So I will discuss only one question. The same model we may get in the examination also. So what are the steps we need to follow, Amma? Any model we need to first prepare the revaluation account. Next one, partners capital account. Next one, bank account or cash account. Next one, balance sheet. These are the steps we need to follow. In the examination, sometimes they will not ask the balance sheet, Amma. No need to prepare the balance sheet. Okay, now if you prepare the balance sheet, it will not be tally, means for that also they will reduce the marks. So for that reason we should not take the risk. Please prepare whatever the accounts they are asked, the things. Okay, na? In the main answer. Sometimes they will not ask about the bank. At that point of time we should show the working note. Okay. So totally we are having the 3 questions. That I will discuss only one question as an examination model. What is the question number? Question number 15. All the questions you have taken from the board book. You may get from the board book. You want to refer. So X, Y, and Z are the partners sharing profits and losses in the ratio of 3:2:1 respectively. The balance sheet of the firm as on 1/1/2023 were as follows. So they are given the only capital account. So only capital account means fluctuation capital or fixed capital, Amma? A second. Only capital account they are given. That means fluctuating capital or fixed capital, Amma? Fluctuating. So easily we can go through, no problem. Next. So X retired on 1/1/2023. On which date R is admitted as a new partner. What is the meaning of this one? By way of seeing this sentence, we can understand admission cum retirement. For the purpose of adjusting the rights as between on partners goodwill is to be valued at how much summa? 84,000. For the purpose of all the rights, so we are going to value the goodwill at 84,000. That means we don't need to calculate the goodwill. They only given directly what ma? 84,000. And sundry debtors and stock was reduced by, so debtors is reduced by how much summa? 16,000, and the stock is reduced to how much? 1 lakh. So please read the, understand the sentence amma. Here the reduced by they have given and reduced to they have given. That means here directly 16,000 we need to take. How much amount we need to take directly? 16,000. And the 2 means what ma? Here what is the value of stock? Stock is 1,12,000 and reduced to how much? 1 lakh. That means how much amount we need to reduce? 12,000. Are you getting the point? Respectively. And then after X is to receive how much amma? Is to receive 44,000 in cash on the date of retirement. Means on the date of retirement we are paying a partial repayment. We are paying the partial repayment of capital. Remaining amount we need to show as a loan account. And the balance due to him is to remain as a loan at how much amma? 8% per annum. That means we need to calculate the interest also. So normally up to now we have seen the loan account, that's all. But in this situation what they have given ma 8% loan account. That means we need to calculate the interest or no need to calculate the interest. We need to calculate the interest. Repayment of loan to be made at the end of every year by annual installments. Okay, now that means they are paying in the form of annual installment. How much percentage amma? 20 every year ending they will pay the 25% of loan amount of the further profits before charging interest on loan. So first what we need to distribute amma? We need to distribute the interest on loan. Okay, now whatever the profits you are getting from that profit, first we need to distribute the interest on loan, and remaining profits only what we need to do? We need to distribute to the existing partners. For example, we are getting 1 lakh amma profits. We are getting what? 1 lakh. First you need to give the interest on loan. How much? To 20,000. For example, I am taking how much amma? 20. So what is the remaining balance? 80,000. That 80,000 we need to distribute to the partners in the existing ratio. Are you getting the point? So they, that is the meaning they have given in the sentence. So next one, R is to bring how much amma? 1 lakh in cash as his capital on the date of admission. The new partners are to share the profits and losses equally. That means what ma? 1 is to 1 is to 1. After paying the interest on X loan. So after paying the interest on X loan, what is the new profit sharing ratio amma? 1 is to 1 is to 1. The net profits of the year ended 31st March 2023 were as follows. How much amma? 64,000. Why they have given the 64,000 amma? We need to distribute to the partners after the repayment of interest on loan. Is there any doubts up to here? Okay na? So next one, before taking into the account of installments payable to X. That means what ma? In this 64,000 we have paid the installment or we have not paid the installment amma? We have not paid the, every year we need to pay how much amount of installment? 25% of loan amount. Okay na? Example, our loan amount is how much amma? 1 lakh. So 1 lakh into 25, that is called how much amma? 25,000 we need to remove. After that only we need to distribute the profits. Okay na? So what they are asking amma, you are required to show only profit and loss appropriation account for the year ended 31st December 2023 and capital accounts of the new partners, capital account of new partners. That means what ma? We need to prepare the two accounts or one account. We need to prepare the two accounts. What are the two accounts? Partners capital account of old partners. Okay now, partner capital account of old partners, and again partner capital account of new partners. Like that we need to prepare. And X loan account on 31st December 2023. They are not going to ask us what ma? Balance sheet. Okay now, what we can prepare. Okay na? So okay, first what is the starting point? What are the steps we need to follow ma? Revaluation account. Anything we should prepare the revaluation account, or we should not prepare the revaluation account? We should prepare the revaluation account. So in the revaluation account, as per given the board book standard, the goodwill they have recorded as how much, 84,000 directly in the revaluation account itself. That means what they are doing, Amma. They have told us what is the goodwill value, 84,000 to be maintained. To be maintained. For that reason, what is the assumption we need to do? Goodwill increased or decreased, Amma? Goodwill increased. Okay, now we are showing in our books. We are not going to show now. We are showing in our books of accounts. That means no goodwill adjustment in this question. You need to imagine like that. Okay, Nama. For this process, is there any goodwill adjustment? Or there is no goodwill adjustment. There is no goodwill adjustment. Okay, na. The same like this sum only. Which sum you need to do, Amma? Question number 13. Question number 13. Thus, there also say, Amma, goodwill amount they will give. They will ask us to what we need to maintain. That means we should not do any adjustment related to goodwill. Here also we should not do any adjustment related to goodwill. Okay, na guys? So let us start. What is the first one, Amma? Revaluation. Question number. Admission come retirement. Simple. The same models will be repeated once again in the examination also, because these are the questions from the board book. So what is the first one, Amma? Revaluation. What is the next account we need to prepare? Separate accounts, Amma. What are the separate accounts we need to prepare, Amma? Capital account of old partners and capital account of new partners. Okay, na guys? So capital account of old partners. Who are the old partners, Amma? Why? How many columns? 3 columns of digit. What is the next one, Amma? Partners capital account of. Can you switch on the AC? Capital account of partners. Who are the new partners, Amma? Y, Z, R. So next, which account we need to prepare, Amma? Loan account and P&L appropriation. Whose loan account, Amma? X loan. What is the X loan account interest? 8%. Clearance. So next, P&L appropriation account. You know the P&L appropriation account, right? Yes or no, Ma? Starting we have discussed. We need to give the first fixed factors. What are the fixed factors, Amma? Interest on loan, commission. After that only, if anything amount is left it off, we need to distribute to the existing partners. P&L appropriation account. Here and here. Particulars amount piece. Particulars. You know, up to this is sufficient. If you want, you can prepare the balance sheet also. Okay, na? So please write the first node point, Amma. What is the node point? What is the assumption in this question? Goodwill is to be maintained. So that means what we need to do, Amma? No will adjustment. No goodwill adjustment. This is the special point in this question. The same like question number 13 will be there. You need to practice. Okay, guys, shall we start? What are the accounts, Amma? Once again, revaluation account, partners, capital account of old partners, capital account of new partners, and loan account and a P&L appropriation account. Okay, na? So who are the old partners, Amma? X, Y, Z. Okay, first go to the revaluation account. So what are the points given in the question, Amma? Once again. So I am going to erase all the thing. So we need to maintain the goodwill. Yes or no, ma? Goodwill to be valued at how much? 84. Goodwill available in the question. There is no goodwill in the asset side. If you want, you can check. So that means we need to maintain the goodwill, means we need to increase the goodwill, we need to reduce the goodwill. We need to increase the goodwill. So goodwill increase means asset increases. If the asset increases, what is the entry, Amma? Asset account debited to revaluation account. In the revaluation account, which side we need to disclose? Credit side. So to goodwill by goodwill, Amma. By goodwill account. How much amount we need to maintain, Amma? 84,000. Sir, how can we know it should be maintained? Means by way of practice, that's all. If you practice this model, then only we can understand. Otherwise, we cannot understand this model. Okay, now. So the partnership account is so simple whenever you understand the concept. The same accounts we are preparing are different accounts, Amma. Same accounts. What is the next one? Debtors to be reduced by 16,000. That means two debtors are by debtors, Amma. Two debtors. How much, Amma? 15,000. Reduced by means same amount we need to take. Reduced to means what we need to do, ma? So, and stock is reduced to 1 lakh. What is the existing balance of the stock, amma? 1,12,000. So 1,12,000 minus 1 lakh. So two stock by stock, amma. Two stock because stock value is decreases. So revaluation account debited to stock account. How much, amma? 1,12,000. 1,12,000 minus 1 lakh. That is equal to how much, Amma? 12,000. Okay, guys. Is there anything related to revaluation account? No. Up to there itself, our information is about the revaluation. So what is the balance amount, Amma? Total 84,000 and total 84,000. What is the balance amount? 56,000. You can respond slowly, okay na? 56,000. So who are the existing partners, Amma? So which partners we need to give the revaluation amount? Old partners or new partners? Old partners. Who are the old partners? X, Y, Z. So two partners capital accounts. Who are the old partners, Amma? X, Y, Z. Okay, now what is the proportion given in the question? 3:2:2:2. So that means 56,000 to 3 by 7. 3 by 7. 56,000 to 2 by 7. 56,000 into 2 by 7. How much, Amma? 24,000, 15,000, and 16,000. Okay, na guys? If you're having any doubt, Amma? Okay. Now where we need to post these balances, Amma? For old partners capital account and new partners capital account. Old partners capital account. So by revaluation or to revaluation? By, but we need to write the opening balance, Amma. Please give some space. You know, to by revaluation. What are the balances? 24, 16. Okay, guys. Is there anything? Next, write the opening balance. So opening balance given in the question will not given, Amma. They have given. How much, Amma? 1 lakh, 1,80,000, 70,000. Sir, generally anything available on the liability side means having which balance, Amma? Credit balance. So credit balance, opening balance will be on the credit side. So by balance brought down. How much, Amma? 1,80,000, 70,000. Okay, na guys. What is the next point they are saying, Amma? So we have completed up to here. X is to be. X is to receive how much, Amma? 44,000 in the cash as on the date of retirement, and balance due to him is to be remained as a 8% loan. Okay. So we need to give how much, Amma? 44,000 rupees to the X. So what is the entry? X account debited to 40 bank account. X account debited to bank account. Then to bank by bank, Amma. To bank account. How much, Amma? 40 or 44? So 44,000. And in the bank account, we are preparing the bank account or we are not preparing, Amma? We are not preparing the bank account. If you prepare the bank account, which side we need to record, Amma? Credit side. Completed up to here. What is the next point they're asking, Amma? Is there any balance means what we need to do? We need to show as a loan account. So is there anything adjustment related to X now? So there is no adjustment related to X, because if we are having means extra goodwill amount we need to point, but we need to adjust any goodwill, we should not adjust, Amma. We should not adjust any goodwill. Then what we need to do, Amma? We need to do balance of this account. So please do balance. How much we are getting, Amma? 80,000 plus 16,000. How much, Amma? 96,000. So 96,000 and 70 plus 16. 86,000 and 1 lakh plus 24. 1,24,000. Here also how much, 1,24,000, 96,000 and 86,000. So please keep the commas for avoiding the clarification checks. So out of 1,24,000, how much amount we have repaid? 44,000. What is the balance amount, 80,000. So that 80,000 we need to show it as loan account. How much loan account, Amma? To 8% loan account. To 8% loan account. Whose loan, Amma? X loan. To 8% X loan account, or to 8% loan of X. So what are the balancing figures? 96,000 and 86,000. So two balance carried on. Okay, na guys. This balances where we need to show once again, amma. We need to carry forward these balances to the which balance, amma? New. Okay, na? Sir, here the credit balance means opening balance will be on the debit side. Okay, na? Please don't do mistakes. Okay, na? This is a which balance, amma? Closing balance. This closing balance will be transferred to which account? Opening balance of current accounts. Okay, na? Capital account of new partners. So this is only the special one. Okay, what we need to write now? By balance brought down. What are the balances, amma? X, Y 96,000, Z how much, amma? 86,000, R we need to find. So can I continue the reading of question? So what is the further information they have given? Repayment of loan to be made at the end of every year by way of annual installment of how much, amma? 25%. Okay, we will go through the what we need to prepare, amma? P&L appropriation account. What is the profit they have given? 64,000. So profit will be available in the P&L appropriation account. Which side, amma? Credit side. Already discussed. Gross profit will be available in the trading account debit side. That will be brought forward to the credit side of P&L account. Net profit will be available in the P&L account debit side. That should be brought forward to the P&L appropriation account credit side. So by how much, amma? By net profit 64,000. Out of the 64,000, first what we need to pay? We need to pay the installment amount. So year end only. Sir, we are preparing the P&L appropriation at the end of the year, at the beginning of the year. At the end of the year. What is the end of the year, my year? 31st December 2024. The profit is how much? 64,000. We are in the beginning of the year and gone to the end of the year. Are you getting the point or not, ma? So at the end of the year, first what we need to pay, ma? The 64,000 before taking into the account of what, ma? Installments payable to X. How much installment we need to payable? 25% every year end. Are you getting the point? So we need to pay means the profit will be increases or decreases, amma? The profit will be decreases. Are you getting the point? Okay. To loan account. To loan of X. How much, amma? What is the opening balance of X loan account, amma? So what is the loan account we have got? 80,000. This will be appeared in the loan account which side? Credit side. You know, by partners capital account. How much? 80,000. On this 80,000, how much amount we are going to repay? 25%. Okay, guys. How much amount we are going to repay, amma? 3,000. After repaying the balance only 80,000. Huh? Is there any repayment was given, amma? Further 16,000 like. Okay, guys. So on how much amount we are going to repay, amma? 25% is 20,000. Opening balance how much, amma? Just a second. What is the loan opening balance? 80,000. 80,000 into 25% is how much, amma? 20,000. Okay, na? This 20,000 we are going to repay. Okay, na? So first what we need to put here, ma? Bank. What we need to put, ma? Here? Bank. So that means the loan value will be increases or decreases, amma? The loan value will be decreases. So 64,000, 80,000 into 24. And again, where we need to this one, amma? The loan value we need to decrease or we need to increase? Decrease. Decrease means which side we need to write? Debit side only now. 2. Bank account. How much we have paid, amma? 80,000 into 25%. That is equal to how much, amma? 80,000. Okay, na? On this we need to charge what, ma? Interest. On the opening balance we need to charge the interest because total year completed only middle of the year, amma. Total year we have completed. So what is the interest charge amount, amma? So interest payable paid. It did not given anything related to interest adjustment. That means interest payable paid, amma. Payable. Interest payable means we need to add back the loan or we should not add back the loan. We need to add it to loan. For example, normally if we take any loan, what we need to do, ma? We need to pay the interest. So every year our father will pay the interest. If the interest was not paid, means what we need to do? What the landlord will do, amma? Landlord will add it to the loan account. So here also we need to add what we need to write, amma? By trust on loan account. How much, amma? 80,000 into what is the rate of interest? 8%. That is equal to 6,400. Okay, na guys? Next, whatever the available balance, what we need to do, amma? We need to distribute the which partners will be available at the end of the year. New partners will be available, old partners will be available. Sir, here see the question carefully. Already Y has written on which date? 1/1/2023. Now we are in the which date, amma? 31st December 2023. That means X will be there. No. The new partner will be there. Who is the new partner, amma? R. That means Y, Z and R will be available. They will share the ratio, what, ma? Equally. They will share the profits in the ratio of equally. That means easily we can distribute. So what is the available balance? 64,000 and 64,000. The board book they have given the wrong answer. Please verify. So 64,000 minus 20,000, how much, amma? 44,000. So 2 partners capital account. So who are the partners, amma? Y, Z and R. So 44,000 divided by 3, how much, amma? 16,000, 16,000, 16,000, 16,000. Sir, these all the amounts are correct only. In the board book, instead of 20,000, they have taken the 16,000. That is wonderful. 14,000. Why did you say the 16,000? 44,000 divided by 3, ra. Can't mean I will do the calculator. Please give me the calculator. 44,000 divided by 3, ra. How much? 14,666. Why are you saying 16,000? That means you are seeing the answer. Yes? 16,000 అనలేదా నువ్వు? Okay, cool. Okay, 14,066. Again, these values where we need to record, amma? New partners capital account, old partners capital account. So go to the new partners capital account. Which side, amma? Credit side. By PNL appropriation account. How much, amma? 14,067. 14,067 and 14,067. Completed. After that, what we need to do? So is there anything we left it off? Revaluation account completed. This one we need to share. So close the balances. So whatever the balances we are getting, the balance we are getting. One lakh 10,000 37. 1,67,14,037. Sir, here one thing we have missed out. What ma? Two partner is bringing 1 lakh na. You know, partner bringing 1 lakh means what is the entry? Cash account debited to no by cash 1 lakh. 1,14,060. You know, there is one point. How much amount he is bringing amma? 1 lakh. What is the total closing balances? 1,10,067 and 1,37 and 1,14,067. These are the balances we need to record in the balance sheet liability side. The same amounts here also. Till now, only one time they have asked about the admission cum retirement. Maybe chances are high to get the admission cum retirement in the next attempt. Okay, now while preparing, at least to solve one question for every model. One see the all the workings. So this is the revaluation account, and this is the capital account of old partners, and this is the capital account of new partners. This is the loan account. So loan account balancing figure. Can you say the loan account balancing figure, Amma? 86,400. 86,400. What is that? 66. The closing by balance carried on. In the balance sheet, which side, Amma? Liability side we need to record. Okay, now. So if you want, you can prepare the balance sheet on your own. After preparing the bank account, you can prepare the balance sheet. Okay, now. The goodwill account will be added to the asset side. You can prepare. In the board book question, they are given the wrong thing, Amma. So there is a calculation mistake. We need to calculate on 80,000, but they have calculated on something 64,000 like that. But we have unpaid how much, Amma? Only 80,000. Okay, guys. So this is how we are concluding the section. So on admission cum retirement. So next we need to see the death concept. Okay, the next concept is called as death of a partner. So simple about the death of a partner also. Easy we can do. But here definitely we can prepare the P&L appropriation. Okay, na? Till now it is not a definite account like P&L appropriation. The previous model we have prepared because they have given the profit related information. But definitely here in the death case, they will give the profit related information to open the P&L appropriation account. Why, sir, means we cannot plan the partner death. We can plan the death, we cannot plan amma. So retirement means we can plan. Either end of the year we can retire, either beginning of the year you can retire. But death cannot be happen like that. Death may be happen any point of time during the year. So on the case of death, we need to see the two treatments. Treatment of joint life policy. It is a special concept we can discuss in tomorrow's class. First, we need to see the application of section 37. This is the most important theory question they may ask you in the examination. For how many marks means 4 marks. So what is the section 37 is saying, sir? The meaning of section 37 is the amount due to the legal heirs. Here in this situation, normally in the retirement, what we have taken unpaid amount is equal to partner's loan account. But here we should consider the unpaid amount as legal heirs account, and because the partner will not be there now. For that reason, in the place of partner, what we need to write legal heir. వారసత్వంగా ఎవరైతే ఉంటారో వాళ్ళకి వెళ్ళిద్ది. So what is the meaning of legal heir The next eligible party of the family. So legal heirs not settle immediately means. So what is the section 37 So if any amount, what is the payable amount we need to pay to the legal heirs that is not settled immediately means we need to give what then they can get the share on the post profits. They can get the share on the post profit. Post means what before or after. Okay now. So either you want to settle immediate, otherwise they will get a they will get a right to get the shares on the post profits, or 6% per annum of which interest? Simple interest on the outstanding capital. What is the meaning of outstanding capital? Whatever the payable amount is there that is called as outstanding. On the payable amount we need to charge how much 6%. Imagine the payable amount is equal to 1 lakh. So 1 lakh into 6% how much 60,000, but having only 3 months only between how much, how many months? 3 months. 3 by 12 how much? 1,500. Okay, 1,500. Profits on share is equal to 1,600 whichever is higher. Profit on share is higher. So it is this section is beneficial to the legal heirs. This section is beneficial to whom? Legal heirs. That means how much amount we need to give? The amount of shares or the 6% of simple interest, whichever is higher, we need to give to the legal heirs. Are you getting the point? This section will come into the picture only in the case of no immediate settlement or having immediate settlement. No immediate settlement. Are you getting the point? There is only one special case, that's all. There previously we have seen what 8% loan. 8% loan means what? How much amount of interest we have charged? 8% is. So what are the things will be get by the deceased partners? The event of death of a partner, we will give the following things. What are the things we need to give? Capital contribution we need to give. Capital contribution, nothing but initial capital, you can say. Next one, share of undistributed profits. What is the undistributed of profits? Reserves and surplus. We have seen that. So P&L account surplus. Next one, what general reserve. These are the items we need to give to the deceased partner also. Next one, share of goodwill. We need to give the share of goodwill. Next, the share of revaluation profits. All the things we have done that till now. Okay, now next one, share of current year profits, because the debt does not happen at the beginning of year. Okay, now at the middle of the year the death happen means beginning to till the death, whatever the profits are there, on that also what we need to do, we need to give the share. So next one, interest on capital, interest on drawings, salary and commission. These are the things will be entitled to get by whom? Will be entitled to get by the deceased partners. What are all the things? Capital contribution, undistributed reserves, goodwill, revaluation profits, current year profits, interest on capital, interest on drawings, salary and commission. So you need to remember these all the items we need to give to the deceased partners. Okay, na? These all the items we need to give to the retiring partner also now. Yes, we need to give the retiring partner also, except these things. Except these 4 things, whatever we can give capital, sharing, sharing of undistributed, goodwill and revaluation. Okay, now because retirement is a planning we can done, but the death we cannot be planned. So the same process to what is the extra account we need to prepare compulsorily? P&L appropriate into the 2 parts. How many parts? 2 parts. So imagine our financial year is starting from 1/4/2021. What is our financial year starting? 1/4/2021. So our death of a partner is happened on 30th 9. What is the 9 August, September. 30th 9 2021. Okay na? What is the due date ending? What is the current year ending? 31st March 2022. So how many parts we need to prepare? 2 parts. One part is for, one column is for what from 1/4/2021 to 30th September 2021. What is the another column? Another column is for this period. Okay now. up to 1/4/2021 to 30th 9 2021 one column, and from again 1/10/2021 to 31st March 2022 is another column. Okay na? Here whatever the interest on capital, interest on loan there na. So here we will give the interest on capital to all the partners. Interest on loan also all the partners. But here we will give what ma? Interest on capital to the existing partners. Because here that is happened on which year ma? On the date of 30th 9 2021. That is happened on the date of 30th 9 2021. From here in this period the deceased partner will be there or will not be there? Will not be there. So for that reason here the interest on capital we will give to the only existing partners. Here the interest on capital will be given to all the partners. Are you getting the point? This is the most important point. We need to prepare the which account amma? P&L appropriation account. But total here we will prepare. But we need to divide into the how many columns? 2 columns. The time period we will give to all the partners up to the date of deceased partner. From the date of deceased partner to the year end, only the existing partners we will give the interest on capital, those things. Are you getting the point or not? Okay na? So if you solve one question, you can understand clearly. The most important question, okay na, the toughest question only I am taking directly. I will discuss only one question related to death of a partner. If you get any question after that, you can solve easily. Okay na guys. So let us start. So please open the workbook. Page number 15. Workbook page number. Amma, we are going to. So question number 16, page number 229. Sometimes happens. Okay na? So is there any doubt up to here, Amma? Everything clear? How many parts we need to prepare the P&L appropriation? 2 parts. Up to the date of deceased partner, from the date of deceased partner to the year end. So first of all, we need to make certain corrections in this question. So these are called as, this is not a drawing summa. These are called as partners current accounts. These are called it as partners current accounts. The very interesting question. Please bear with me for up to 50 minutes, 45 to 50 minutes. The question coming to the examination can write is okay na guys. So what we need to do now? So we need to read the question. A, B and C has been in the business partnership for how many years, Amma? Some years. How many years? Some years. Sharing profit in the proportion of the 4:3:3. The balance in the books of the firm as on 31st March 2023, subject to a final adjustments were under. Okay, they have given the capitals of A, B and C. Profit for the year before charging interest, how much, Amma? 3,12,000 for the year. For the year means which year, Amma? 31st March 2023 year ending. 31st March 2023 year ending. What is the profit, Amma? 3,12,000. Before charging interest, after charging interest? Before charging interest. That means first we need to reduce the interest. Then afterwards, whatever the amount is presented now will be distributed to existing partners in the profit sharing ratio. Land and buildings, they have given furniture and fixtures, stock, debtors and bank, creditors, and please rectify, these are called as partners current account. That means fixed capital method or fluctuation capital method, Amma. Fixed capital method we are doing. So he died on 30th 9 2022. Sir, current year ending is what, ma? 31st March 2023. What is the current year ending? 31st March 2023. But she was died on 30th September 2022. Okay, now that means full year she was presented, only half year. Only half year only she was presented. The partnership deed was provided that, okay, what are the rules they are written? So they have provided here. Interest was to be credited to the capital account of partners at the rate of how much, Amma? 10%. Sir, if this clause was not mentioned in the partnership deed, that means you need to follow the partnership act. Silent features we have discussed, salient features. Okay, now if this clause was not presented in the partnership deed means no interest on capital, having interest on capital. No interest on capital. Okay, na, no interest on drawings. Only we are having what ma? So we are having the we are having we are having the interest on capital how much? 6%. Having how much amma? 6 up to 6% we can give. But we have given a point in the partnership deed. That means we can give more or we cannot give. We can give the 10%. On the balances at the beginning of the year. Okay, now we need to calculate the interest of 10% on which balances? Beginning of the year balances. What are the beginning of year balances? 3 lakhs, 1 lakh 50 and 1 lakh 80. On these balances we need to give the interest on capital. So next one, on the death of the partner, the goodwill was to be valued at, sir, on the death of the partner means on which date the partner was died? 30th 9 2022. You know, this is the most important point. Normally on the death of the partner was not mentioned means we can consider directly. Okay, na, I will say you no problem. The goodwill was to be valued at the 3 years purchase of average annual profits of the 3 years. The average annual profits of the 3 years up to the date of death. Up to the date of the death. After reducing the interest on capital employed of rupees of at the rate of how much amma? 8% per annum. And fair remuneration of each partner is how much amma? Unfair remuneration of each partner. So what they are saying amma? 3 years of average profits. 3 years of average profits. After reducing what ma? From that average profits, we need to reduce once again the interest on capital employed, and next one what ma? Pay the remuneration to each partner. Okay, now normally what we will do ma? We'll take all the profits divided by 3. Okay, now multiply with number of years of purchase. But before multiply with the number of years of purchase, first of all, what we need to reduce? We need to reduce, after adding all the 3 years profit, we need to reduce what ma? Interest on capital. Capital employed means nothing but what ma? Capital. And then we need to reduce what ma? Remuneration to the partners. How much is the remuneration? They will say in the below question. Okay, na? 8% remuneration. 8% is the interest on capital amma. They did not given the amount related to remuneration. We will see down. Fixed assets were to be valued by independent valuer and all other assets and liabilities to be taken at a book value. So there is a changes in fixed asset will be valued by whom ma? Who is the valuer? Independent valuer. That means we need to prepare the revaluation account, or no need to prepare the revaluation account. We need to prepare the revaluation account. Here there is a changes in assets. Changes in assets. Whatever the necessary profits and loss should be apportioned at the time basis. At the which basis amma? Time. You will understand this point on the later point of time. So what is the next one amma? The amount due to the deceased partners, sole heads, was to be received at interest of 12%. Okay, now 12% interest we need to give on the unpaid amount. How much amount of interest we need to give amma? 12% per annum from the date of death until the payment. Okay, now generally we will pay on the year end amma. Generally we will pay on the year end. But here nothing is mentioned. We are going to settle the amount. We are not going to settle. We are not going to settle the amount amma. So that means we need to pay the interest or no need to pay the interest. We need to pay the interest from the date of the death of the partner to the year end. Okay, we need to charge the interest, but because we have paid we are not paid. We are not paid. So anything they have given in the question? No. Up to now they have not given. Okay, now. So below they may give or they may not give. It was ascertained that what ma? Profits for the 3 years. They have given what ma? 3 years purchase of 3 years average profit they have given or they have not given amma. Goodwill calculation. Okay, now. So before charging the partner's interest, amounts to how much amma? 2029 how much? 3,36,000. 2021 how much amma? 3,78,000. 21-22 how much? 3,60,000 respectively. The independent valuer at the date of death revalued how much amma? Land and building how much? 3 lakhs. And furniture and fittings how much? 30,000. That means there is only changes in two values. What are the two values amma? Land and buildings and furniture and fixtures. What is the value of land and building? Two lakh. So 2 lakh what is the land and building? What is the revaluation amount they have given amma? 3 lakhs. 8 lakhs. Add on the rest. 3 lakhs. What are the difference? 60,000. What is the difference amount, amma? 60,000 we need to disclose under the. ఎక్కడ డిస్క్లోజ్ చేస్తారా? రీవాల్యుయేషన్ అకౌంట్. సో ఇంక్రీజ్ హైయెస్ట్ మోర్ increases or decreases? Increases. What is the entry? Billing account debited to revaluation account. Okay. What is the next one, amma? Furniture and fixtures, how much? 45,000. Decreases, how much, amma? 30,000 up to 30,000 decreases. That means how much amount decreases? 15,000. On the which side, amma? Debit side. Okay, na? Can you please rectify this one? This is the year 2022, amma. Okay, na? Which year they have given the balance sheet? 2022. We need to prepare on 31st March 2023. Okay, na? Please rectify the question. Okay, what is the further information? And they have given the information related to pay remuneration of each partner. How much, amma? 75,000. So what is the, how many partners are there? 3 partners. So 3 into 75,000, how much? 2,25,000. So that means what is the concepts are here? So up to now, is there any doubts, sir? Once again, I need to explain. What is the first point they have given, amma? Interest on capital, how much? 10% is on the death of the partner. So what they are doing, amma? There is a changes in 2 things. What are the 2 things? Land and buildings and furniture and fixtures. And what they have given, amma? Goodwill should be valued at 3 years purchase of average annual purchases of 3 years. That means number of years of purchase is how much? 3 years. Average profits of how much? 3 years. But here they have mentioned that goodwill should be valued on the date of 30th 9 2022. This is the special point I will explain. Is there any doubts up to here? Why they given the remuneration, amma? For the purpose of calculation of goodwill. Okay, na? Goodwill, first we need to calculate the all the profits plus minus interest on capital minus remuneration to the partners. Capital employed is how much? 7,80,000. Okay, na? On the 7,80,000 we need to apply how much, amma? 10%. 8% or 10%? 8%, amma. So on this we need to apply the 8%. Next one. It was agreed among the partners that goodwill is not to be shown in the asset of the firm on 31st March 2023. Not to be shown means what we need to do, amma? Rise and return off. What we need to do, amma? Rise and return off. While rising, all the partners. While return off, new partners. Who are the new partners? He died, na? A and B are the new partners. What is the ratio, sir? Need to see. Therefore, the adjusting the goodwill, it was made in capital accounts. Adjustment of goodwill was made in the capital accounts. That means normally adjustment of goodwill will be made at current account. But here they have told us to maintain what, ma? In the capital account. Okay, now we should not do the adjustment in the current account. Normally, where we will do the adjustment, amma? Current account. A and B would be shared equally. What they said, ma? A and B will be shared the equally. What is the first normal old ratio, ma? 4:3:3. Now they are saying a 1:1. So depreciation on revised value of assets would be ignored. Is there any depreciation means what we need to do, amma? Ignore. Okay, they only given clearly. What is the first main account? Revaluation account, partners capital account, partners current account, cease hair account, legal hair account. Cease hair means not the cease hair, legal hair account. Balance sheet as on that date. Completely they have given clearly the question. So here the difficult task is, what is the difficult task, amma? We need to calculate the profits. We should not take the straight away the total profits, amma. What are the profits given in the question? First one is called as 3,36,000 and second one is called as 3,78,000. What is the next profit, amma? 3,60,000. We should not take straight away 3,60,000. This 3,36,000, 3,78,000, 3,60,000. Why, ma? Because we need to calculate the goodwill as on the date of death of the partner. Okay, na? I will explain. That is only the important point here. If you understand that point, easily you can overcome. Okay, na? So what are the accounts we need to prepare, ma? Revaluation account first, partners capital account, partners current account, cease legal heir and balance sheet. So please open all the accounts first. Death of a partner. What is the question, amma? Question number 16. Okay, guys, what is the first account, amma? Revaluation account. Sir, this revaluation profit we need to give to the death of a partner. Huh? No, no. Before only we have discussed, na man, what are the things we need to give to the partner means need to give the revaluation profits, interest on capital, all the things we need to give, na. Oh, yes, sir. So who are the how many columns? One column, na. So next, which account, amma? Particulars. Next, which account, amma? Partners. Capital account. How many partners are there? Three. There is no admission, na. Only death. Because of you, I have remembered that concept only. Sir, you may have one doubt. Sir, death come admission won't be, yeah. Won't be. Only retirement come admission. Why not there? Okay. Prepare own question. Maybe it will be happen, but there is no model. Up to now only we are having a number of models. Admission, retirement, death, retirement come admission, admission come retirement. And there is a concept called as dissolution, JLP, amalgamation, conversion of LLPs, conversion of partnership into the company. These many models are there. And if you want, you can prepare on your own question and send and tag to the icmai. Sir, please give this question of this attempt. So if the icmai is next, they will give that question. ABC. Yeah? Thank you, man. Thank you so much. A B ABC. On Holland is our school name is ABC. You have huh? What happened, man? Huh? Only ABC they have teach. They have told us. You are having You are not having any subjects doubts. You will have this kind of doubts. What is the next one, amma? Current account. What is the next account, amma? Legal hair. It's hair. Hair. It's hair account. It was completed successfully. Yeah. Huh? But in this question, he has died in middle of the year, man. The same question they will ask in the examination. Don't keep doubts. After completion of this class, I will talk to you. What is the next one, Amma? Balance sheet. Balance of partnership form as on. What is the date of balance sheet, Amma? 31st March 20. They have given one. They have given two. This fellow. Make it as 2023, Amma. Okay, na? This is how will be. Okay. Finally, 2023. Liabilities, amount rupees, assets, amount rupees. Okay, now first write the opening balances, what they have given, all the opening balance. So we can write the opening balance of like single entry only, we can do the partnership also. Like how much? Like single entry only, we can do the partnership also. So by balance brought down. What are the balance they have given in the question, Amma? Where is the tab was going? 3 lakhs, 1 lakh 50, 1 lakh 80. It was blurra. Okay, please wait a second, guys. Okay, what is the opening balance, Amma? 3 lakhs, 1 lakh 50, 3 lakhs, 1 lakh 50, and 1 lakh 80. Sir, credit side means asset or liability. Yeah? Liability. So credit balance. So buy balance brought down. How much, Amma? 3 lakhs. And they have given, when come to the current accounts, what are the balances, Amma? 48, 72, 72. They're given on which side? Debit side. That means 2 balance brought down. For this, 5 balance brought down. Okay, na? So you need to say the amounts. For capital, 5 balance brought down. What are the amounts, Amma? 3 lakhs, 1.5 lakhs, 1.8 lakhs. I am not having the safe space. You need to write the full. Okay, next, go to the current accounts. So partner's current account, 2 balance brought down. How much, Amma? 48,000, 72,000, and 72,000. Guys, next step. So let us start the revaluation account. So how many accounts are increases and decreases, Amma? 2. What are they? So go the land and so how much they are valued, Amma? Land and buildings are valued at 3 lakhs. So 3 lakhs means there in the balance sheet how much, Amma? Lakh 40. Increases or decreases? Decreases. So building. So what is the entry, Amma? Building account debited to revaluation account by building. Okay, okay. For me also the chance will how much? So what is the calculation, Amma? Lakhs minus lakh 40. How much? The next one. The same thing. Furniture how much, Amma? 30,000. The question 45,000. So increases or decreases, Amma? Decreases how much? 15,000 furniture. Forty 45,000 minus 30. 15,000. What is the balance amount, Amma? 45. 45,000 we need to distribute to all partners, sir. Only old partners, sir. Only new partners, sir. All partners. Partners, capital account. How much? Who are the partners, Amma? A, B, 45,000 into, what is the ratio, Amma? 4 by 10. 45,000 into 3 by 10. 45,000 into 13,000. 13,500. 4,000. Ray. So where we need to record this one, Amma? So we need to transfer to the current account. We need to transfer to which account, Amma? Current. So partners capital account, we need to transfer only what, Ma? Additional capital, drawings in the form of cash. But here in this question, we can transfer the goodwill amounts because they have told us to adjust through partners capital. So in the partners current account, which side, Amma? By revaluation, how much, Amma? 18,000, 13,500, 13,000. Completed. The next most important working note prepare. Can you say profit? Goodwill. Working note number 1, calculation of goodwill. So if the goodwill was got correct in this question, easily. Partnership only easy. That calculation of very easy. Or no? Here we are having the simple interest only. Can you say the profit they have given in the question? 2021. How much, Amma? Okay, what is the first year? 1920, yeah? How much? 3,36,000. What is the next year? 2020. Year 2021. Lakh 78. Next one. 21, 22. 3 lakhs. Sir, this goodwill we need to calculate on which date? Date of death of a partner. On which date, Amma? On the date of 39, 2022. Sir, no, Ma. 39, 2022 or 2023? The question he has given 22 only, yeah? Okay, guys. Now, sir, past 3 years, up to the date of 30th 9 2022. So that means, so please listen carefully. Afterwards, you can write here. So past 3 years mean, what is the ending date, Amma? 39 2022. Year to 1 year before means 39 2021. Year to 1 year before means 39 2020. So 1 year and second year. But that means what is the starting of the year? 19 only. Okay, what is the date? 1/10/2019. So this is the అరే స్టార్టింగ్ ఆఫ్ ద ఇయర్ రా, ఎండ్ ఆఫ్ ద ఇయర్ 39 అయితే స్టార్టింగ్ ఏంటి 1/10గా. The end of the year is 31st March, means what is the starting? 1st April. In the same way, what is the end of the year? 39. What is the starting of the year? 1/10/2019. Sir, like this should be there, because we are going to calculate on which date, amma? 39/2022. But here profits given how sir? Financial year accept. Profits given how ma? Financial year. Okay na? I think this is visible or not? Visible, color. Next, see. Here in this, we cannot say they did not given the profit from 1/10/2019 to 39/2020. There is any profit? They are given profit for this year. Given how much? How much? The profit given for 1/4/2019 to 31st March 2020. The profit is not given to 1/10/2019 to 39/2020. In the insurance claims, we have calculated one sum, last sum. We have ఆప్షన్ నాకెందుకురా? సరే, నువ్వు ఆప్షన్ ఇది నాకెందుకమ్మా? అట్లా కాదు కదా. ఇప్పుడు నేను చెప్తున్నా దానికి లింక్ చేసుకుంటారా అట్లా అని చెప్పి. సార్ హియర్ ఆర్ యు అండర్స్టాండింగ్ మై బాధ? వాట్ ఈస్ మై బాధ ఈస్, sir, here the profit given in financial year basis, but we required the years are what ma? 1/10/2019 to 30th 9/2020, and again 1/10/2020 to 30th 9/2021, and again 1/10/2021 to 30th 9/2022. We required this one. That means we need to convert these profits into these forms. Okay, can I give any idea? Can you guys? Before that, we can easily solve directly 3 plus this divided by 3. Now we'll get the like this same. Uchita rada amma, radu kada. So we are going to find out on which date. Okay. We are going to restructure the timeline into our accumulated timeline. How, sir? So what is the date of starting point amma here? That 2019-20 means 1st April 2019 only, yeah? So 1st April 2019 means before this or after this? Before this date, after this date, amma? Before this date. Before this date. So what is the year ending? 31st March. In between only, yeah? 31st March 2020. 2020. 2020. What is the next year ending? 31st March 2021. What is the next year ending? 31st March 2022. So, sir, here to here, how many months? 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3. How many months? Here to here, how many months? Here to here. All 6. Sir, length is not same. Not compare like that. Here to here, how many months, amma? 6. Sir, here up to here, this year will be completed. Up to where, ma? Up to 31st March 2020, profit will be completed 3,36,000. But we should consider, we need to consider this whole year na. For us, first year means what, ma? 1/10/2019 to 30th 9/2020 for our point of view, first year. But we need to calculate the profit. Okay na, we should consider the total 3,36,000 as a current year profit. Should not consider. Should not consider total 3,36,000 in the current year profit, amma, because in this year only 6 months belongs to our current year. This year only 6 months belongs to our current year. Are you getting the point or not, sir? In the total, what is the total year, amma? This one. What is the total year? 1st April 2019 to 31st March 2020. But we are requiring only this much of year. This much of year means how many months? 6 months. So we are not going to require total 3,36,000 amma. 3,36,000 into 1 by 2. 6 months. Nothing but 6 by 12. Nothing but 6 by 12. That is equal to how much amma? 1 lakh? 1,68,000. Only 1,68,000 our current year. No, remaining 6 months. 6 months also there now. So, but the remaining 6 months, think this one ma. But from here to here 1 year. This year profit they have given. What is the this year profit? 3,78,000. Okay na. This in this 3,78,000, 6 months belongs to first year and other 6 months belongs to second year. Are you getting the point or not ma? This is the financial year they have given. What is the financial year starting? 1/4/2022, 31st March 2021. What is the profit amma? 3,78,000. But here 6 months belongs to which year? First year. 6 months belongs to which year amma? Next year. How we can calculate? What is the profit? 3,78,000 into 1 by 2. How much amma? 1,89,000. And again 3,78,000 to 1 by 2. 1,89,000. And again once completed and again here to here. And again from here to here 1 year. What is the this year profit? 3,60,000. So how we can calculate amma? 3,60,000 to 1 by 2. 1,80,000. Here also how much amma? 3,60,000 to 1 by 2. 1,80,000. Guys, are you okay now? Next 6 months are there. The 6 months profit they have given they have not given They have given in the question. Go to the question. What is the profit they have given amma? 3,12,000. This profit is that 6 months profit. Are you getting the point or not? Okay, now what is the 6 months remaining year profit? 3,12,000 is the 6 months remaining year profit. So much amount? 3,12,000. So we no need to calculate anything. So this 2 belongs to first year. This 2 belongs to second year. And this 2 belongs to third year. Okay now, are you satisfied or not? So please say the revised profits. 1,68,000 plus 1,89,000. 3,57,000. Next one amma. 3,69,000. That's all. Next one amma. 4 lakh. Are you getting the point or not? So this is how we need to calculate. So now we need to add back all the things and then we need to reduce the interest on capital and then we need to reduce the remuneration. So please take a note. This one also divided by the whole year profit now. 1 by 2 means how much we are getting? 1,56,000. 1,56,000 plus 1,80,000. How much? Now this is also whole year profit now. Please take a note of it, guys. Once see the calculation. Okay. Next, what we need to Oma. So after this, so average profits. Total profits is equal to how much, Amma? 3,57,000 plus 3,69,000 and 3,36,000. So how much, Amma? 10,62,000. From this we need to reduce the 2 points. What are the 2 points, Amma? Minus interest on capital employed. So what is the capital employed given in the question, Amma? So they have given the capital employed is equal to how much, Amma? 7,80,000. On this, what is the percentage we need to calculate? 8%. So that is equal to 7,80,000 into how much, Amma? 8%. That is equal to how much, Amma? 62,400. Minus a plus, Amma? Minus. Minus again what we need to reduce? Remuneration. So remuneration how much, Amma? 75,000 per person kada? 75,000 per annum. You know, each partner they are saying. What are they are saying, Amma? Each partner. Remuneration how much, Amma? 75,000 into how many partners, Amma? 3 partners. How much we'll get? 3 lakh, 2 lakh, 25,000. So if you reduce this one, how much amount we are going to get? 10,62,000 minus. Arey minus ra. 7 lakh. 7,74,600. Okay now. So here this is called as total average profit into number of years of purchase. How much, Amma? 3. So we should do average now. Okay now, this is the total profit. Okay now guys, once again, this is the total profit. So we should multiply with divided by 3. Okay now. So here we should divided by 3. How much we are going to get? 10,62,000 divided by 3. 3,54,000. And then reduce this one. So how much you are getting? You forgot to divide it by 3. How much? 10,62,000. How much, Amma? 66,600. Okay now. Into number of years of purchase, how much, Amma? Number of years of purchase is equal to P. How much we are going to get total? 1,99,800. This is the total goodwill. Okay now, don't be confused. Is there any confusion? On total chesam gaane em cheyaledu, average cheyala. Total profits divided by 3 na. చేసిన తర్వాత ఏం చేయాలి? So completed or not? Okay na? Rajos now. Into number of years. Number of years of purchase. What we need to do? Multiply. Okay na? So next we need to check the gaining ratio. What we need to check, ma? Gaining ratio. So gaining ratio easily we can find out. How sir means? So normally write the particulars. So the ratio was different, Amma. Here somewhat the ratio was different. Who are the partners? A, B and C are the partners. Normally, as per old ratio, what is the old ratio? 4 is to 3 is to 3. According to this is the total goodwill. What is the meaning of this one? Total goodwill. According to the 4 is to 3 is to 3, how much amount will get the A? 24 divided by 10. 79, 920. Into 3 divided by 10. 59,940. Here also how much? 59,940. What happened? Next, what is the new ratio? 1 is to 1. What is the new ratio? 1 is to 1. 1 is to 1 will be given to whom? Only A and B. C will get, will not get, will not get. So 1,99,800 divided by 2. 1,99,800 divided by 2, amma. Okay, 99,900. So thinking somewhere. 99,900. Okay, now we are going to find out the difference amount. Okay, now, sir, gaining ratio. What is the gaining ratio formula? New ratio minus old ratio. So new minus old. So identify the gain. 99,900 minus 79,920. 19,980. So this is the positive or negative amount? Positive. Okay, now greater amount minus smaller amount. And next one, 99,900 minus 940. 59,940. 39,960. Here the negative of 59,940. Yes or no, ma? So if you add this both the amounts, how much amount you need to get? 59,940. After adding the both the amount, 59. Sir, what is the calculations are this one? Nothing but gaining ratio, amma. Nothing but what? Gaining ratio. What is the old ratio, amma? 4 is to 3 is to 3. What is the new ratio? 1 is to 1. Who are the gaining partners? Who are the gaining partners, amma? A and B kadra. What is the new ratio, amma? 1 by 2 minus what is the old ratio? 4 by 10. That is equal to how much, amma? If you do the LCM, 20. 10 minus 8. That is equal to 2 by 20. What is the B's gaining ratio? 1 by 2 minus 3 by 10. 20. 10 minus 6. 4 by 20. What is the gaining ratio? 1 is to 2. What is the gaining ratio? 1 is to 2. Now what we need to do now? This 1,99,800 into, we need to multiply the Q ratio, C ratio. What is the C's ratio? 3 by 10. How much we are going to get? 59,940. Okay, now this 59,940 we need to distribute to the partners. What are the two partners? A and B in the ratio of 1 is to 2. That thing only we have done. Okay, now what is the entry we will get? Gaining partners account debited to and going partner, nothing but death partner. Yes or no? So gaining partners means which side we need to record, amma? So we need to adjust this adjustment through the partners capital account. They are already given. Yes or no, ma? So go to the partners capital account. So gaining partners account debited to death of a partner. So by a to amma, by A and B capital. How much, ma? By adding both the things we are going to get. Working note number 1. 59,940. The same calculation. Are you understanding it? So next what we need to write, ma? 2. C is capital. How much amount of A is getting? 19,980 and 39,960. Is there any doubts up to here? So the simple concept, amma. Only the difficult thing is called as calculation of goodwill. That's all. Okay. Normally, what you guys will do? Directly adding all the things and jump zilane. Okay. Next one. What is the next point, sir? We need to prepare the P&L appropriation account because they have given the profit. Yes or no, ma? So P&L the final account, P&L appropriation account. So we need to do this P&L appropriation in two parts or only one part, amma? Two parts. Can you say the period? Period up to the death of a partner and from the death of a partner to year end. Cool, amma. Draw the line for up to 2 lines. So from 1/4/2021, 2022, amma. Make it as 2022. What is the date of the death of the partner? Okay, next. From 1st April 2022, what is the date, amma? 30th 9 2022. What is the again beginning? 1/10/2022 to 31st March 2023. The same year. 1/4/2022 to 30th 9 2022. 1/10/2022 to 31st March 2022. 3. Net profit where will be, ma? By net profit. How much? The total net profit they have given is equal to 3,12,000. But this year is for 6 months now. 3,12,000 is the total into 1/2 into 1/2. 1,56,000 and 1,56,000. From here, what we need to give, amma? From here, this is the profit before charging interest, after charging interest, amma. Before charging interest. Okay, na? So we need to give the interest on capital. To interest on capital. So who are the partners, amma? A, B and C. Sir, A and B and C will get the interest on capital on this year. But here in this year, only A and B will get the interest on capital because C will be there or will not be there. C will not be there. Can you say the calculation? So on the opening balance of the capital they will give. What is the opening balance of the capital? So they have given nama 3 lakhs now. 3 lakhs into what is the percentage of interest on capital? 10%. 3 lakh into 10%. 30,000. But half year na. Okay na. 3 lakh into 10% into 1/2. Here also 15,000. Here also how much, amma? 15,000. And next one. Who are the partner, amma? 1,50,000. 1.5 lakh into 10% into 1/2. 7,500 and 7,500. But when come to the C, how much, amma? 1,80,000. 1.8 lakh into 10% into 1/2. 9,000 9,000 we should not write. Here C will not get the interest. Why అంటే వాడు లీడరా, వాడు లేకపోతే అడిగి ఎందుకు వస్తుంది? Because the C is there, C is not there అమ్మా. C is not there. But instead of that, C's legal heir will get the interest. C's legal heir will get the interest on remaining unpaid value. Remaining unpaid. Amma logic amma, just that's all. Here in this case, in this year only A, B and C are presented. For him only we are giving. In this year only who are presented amma? Only A and B. But here in this period, during this period, we need to pay the interest to the legal heir. On which amount? On what is the amount we need to pay? Okay now, but we should not given on 1.8 lakhs. Okay now, just think interest will be given on unpaid amount on only on 1,80,000 unpaid amount. So we need to find out first unpaid amount. Okay na? Okay. Just a second, guys. Okay. What is the balance we can distribute to the partners, sir? What is the available of balance we can distribute to partners, sir? We cannot distribute to the partners, amma. We can distribute. So what is the amount here? 1,56,000. 1,56,000 minus 15,000 minus 7,500 minus 9,000. How much, amma? 1 lakh. So 1,38,000. What is the proportion, amma? Old proportion. Old proportion, amma. Old proportion means ABC. ABC, how much? Do the calculations properly, ra. 1,56,000 minus 15,000 minus 7,500 minus 9,000. What is the 1,24,000? What is the proportion? 1,24,500 only. Say the what is the proportion, amma? What is the old ratio? 4:3:3. 4/10, 3/10, 3/10. How much? Okay, ra. 49. This time I am trusting. 49,800. Next one. 37,350. This is also 37,350. Okay, na. Okay, na. Go and post these amounts in which columns, amma? Partners current accounts. Partner which account, amma? Current. Sir, is there anything doubts? Half of the year completed. Only half of the year is pending. Half of the year we can complete only after giving interest to the legal heirs. What we need to give, ma? Interest to these heirs. At the rate of how much, amma? What is the rate of the interest? 8% is here. Okay, now how much amount they are receiving? 12%. So at the rate of 12%. But we need to find out what, ma? Unpaid amount. What we need to find out? Unpaid amount. Sir, are you understanding the concept? Okay. Go to the partners capital accounts. You need to say the posting. So go to the current accounts. Amma, their debit side means here. Credit side. Both on the credit side only, na? Okay. By PNL appro. Please say the downwards. Please say the down values. What are the down values, amma? 49,800, 37,350 and 37,350. And for the upward amounts, what we need to write, ma? By interest on capitals. What are the three amounts? 15,000. So can you say the total amount here? 15 plus 15, how much, amma? 30,000. And next 7 plus 7. 7 plus 7, 14,000. Don't know, okay. 15,000. And see how much, amma? See. 9,000, 9,000. Oka 9,000 kada rasindi. See how much, amma? Only this one, na. Sir, 15, 15, how much? 30. 75, 75, how much? 15. Only 19, na. Sir, ikkada iyyam kada. 1 9 plus 9 ఏంట్రా? On the flow na? On the flow. Can you say the balance amount amma? Sir, only C. Calculate the only C amma. 72,000. Okay na? Here also how much? 72,000. 12,000. Okay, 12,150. Sir, this amount we need to transfer to 12,150. This amount we need to transfer to where ma? We should not, we are going to settle only this amount amma. What we need to settle? ఇది ఒక్కటే కడతావా? పైన ఉన్న క్యాపిటల్ కూడా కడతావా? ఒకటేనా? చాలా నీకు పైన క్యాపిటల్ కూడా ఉంది కదరా, ఏం చేస్తావు? అవి కూడా పే చేయాలి కదా. సో జనరల్లీ వాట్ వీ నీడ్ టు రైట్ నౌ? Generally we need to write the bank, but here we need to transfer to which account first? By C's capital. The C's capital which side amma? Debit side. To C's current account. How many times you have done this adjustment? So what is the value amma? Yes sir anta 12,150. So the balance will be transferred. Now what is the balance amma? Two lakhs. Okay amma. 2,39,940. Here also how much amma? 2,39,940. 2,27,790. This time I'm trusting you. ఎందుకో నమ్మాలనిపిస్తుంది. 2,27,790. ఇక్కడ ఏం రాయాలి? వాట్ వీ నీడ్ టు రైట్ నౌ? C's hair అంతేనాగా? 2 C's hair account. And again we are preparing the C's hair account. We are not going to prepare. Preparing. Here debit side means there credit side. Go to the C's hair account. By C's capital. What is the balance amma? 2,21,000. అరే ఇప్పుడే కదరా పైన చెప్పావు నువ్వే. 2,27,000. ఏమోనా, ఇంకో కలజోడు పెట్టుకోరా. 2,27,790. యూ ఓన్లీ సెట్ నో మ్యాన్. అరే ఇప్పుడే చెప్పా కదరా లీగల్ హెయిర్కి ఇవ్వాలి. నమ్ ఓన్లీ హ్యావ్ సెట్ నో మ్యాన్. వీ హ్యావ్ టు గివ్ టు ద లీగల్ హెయిర్ లైక్ దట్. ఓకేనా? నెక్స్ట్ ఆన్ దిస్ అమౌంట్ వీ నీడ్ టు క్యాలిక్యులేట్ ద ఇంట్రెస్ట్. వాట్ వీ నీడ్ టు క్యాలిక్యులేట్ అమ్మా? ఇంట్రెస్ట్. క్యాలిక్యులేట్ ద ఇంట్రెస్ట్ అమ్మా. సో ఇంట్రెస్ట్ ఆన్ లీగల్ హెయిర్. So what is the balance? 2 lakh. I only will see. Don't say. 2,27,790 into 12% into how many months amma? 6 by 12. 13,667. This amount where we need to transfer from? Legal hair. Legal hair which side? Debit side or credit side amma? Credit. Credit by PNL appropriation. How much amma? 13,667. Okay guys. 12,150 ra. Idra. Current account balance we have transferred to capital account. And okay now, from the capital account balance we have transferred to hair account. అదే కదా ఎంత చెప్పింది ఓకే అన్నావు. సో ఓకేనా గైస్? నెక్స్ట్ close this account amma. So what is the balance here? 1,56,000 and 1,56,000. From 1,56,000 please reduce the 15,000, 7,500 and 13,667. Okay na, that amount we need to distribute it to only A and B, A, B and C. A, B. Okay na, in this year we are having only the two. So what is the proportion? 1:1. New ratio amma. What is the new ratio? 1:1 divided by 2. How much? 59,917. And here also how much amma? 51,917. Again this amount we need to transfer to. రాసుకోవచ్చులేరా యాడీ బాదు చెప్పండి రా. We need to transfer to which account? Partners current account, partners capital account, current account. Which side? Credit side. Here debit side means there credit side. The current account, what we need to write ma? By PNL appropriation. How much ma? We will not get. Amount entra 15,000. 51,917. 59,917. Okay na guys? So now we can close these accounts. Please close the accounts. One lakh. నువ్వు కలవాడు ఇంకోటి పెట్టుకో. Keep the speeds one more. 1,767. 1,25,767. What is the balance? 53,767. That's all. Do this one fastly. 1,50,717. Here also 1,57,717. Minus 48,000. 1 lakh. So 2 balance carried on. In the liability side, asset side amma. Liability side. ఏడొస్తుందిరా? లయబిలిటీ సైడే కదరా. సో నెక్స్ట్ వన్, బ్యాలెన్స్ దిస్ వన్. 1.5, 3 lakhs. So 2 balance carried on. How much? A 2,80,000. 20. 1,10,000. 40. Okay na. So 3 lakhs and 1.5 lakhs. Completed. This one 2 lakh. What is the amount, amma? 2 lakh 8,000. అరే 80 రా, 80 నుంచి 20 దాకా ఏమొస్తుందిరా? ఓకేనా? నెక్స్ట్ వాట్ వి నీడ్ టు డూ అమ్మా? బ్యాలెన్స్ షీట్. ఓకే అయ్యా, అట్లీస్ట్ ఏదన్నా చెప్పారు. ఓకే, గో అండ్ ఏదో ఒకటి క్లోజ్ చేయరా, ఏముందా? క్లోజ్ దిస్ అకౌంట్. హౌ మచ్? 2 బ్యాలెన్స్ 2 lakh 457. Okay, now write all the liabilities first. Two capital accounts. Capital accounts of A and B. How much sum? Okay, I only will say 2,80,000 20. 2,80,000 20. And next one amma, 1,10,000 40. What is the total amount? $3,90,060. And C is legal hair. How much amma? 2 lakh 41,457. 41,457. Next, current accounts. A and B. How much? A చూసుకుంటావు 1,09,717. నువ్వు చెప్పినాక గంట అయిపోద్ది. 1,09,717. వాట్ ఈస్ ద నెక్స్ట్ వన్? 53,077. నేను చూసుకుందామంటే ఇదేమో హ్యాంగ్ అయిపోతుంది. 53,717. టోటల్ ఏదో ఒకటి చెప్పండి. 6,300 6700 67. మనమోగరా బాబు అనంత. 57,717 ఎంత? టోటల్ చేయరా అంటే 53,767. మీరే కదా చెప్పింది. 53,767. $1,63,484. ఇంకేమైనా లైబిలిటీస్ ఉన్నాయా? క్రెడిటార్స్ యాడ్ ఉన్నాడు రా అసలు. 90,000. దట్స్ ఆల్. క్రెడిటార్స్ 90,000. నెక్స్ట్ వన్, వాట్ ఈస్ ద ల్యాండ్ అండ్ బిల్డింగ్ వాల్యూస్ అమ్మా? ల్యాండ్ అండ్ బిల్డింగ్ సేమా? ల్యాండ్ అండ్ బిల్డింగ్ సేమ్. 2,40,000. ల్యాండ్ అండ్ బిల్డింగ్ 2,40,000. వాట్ ఈస్ ద నెక్స్ట్ వన్ అమ్మా? ఫర్నిచర్ 45,000 30,000. ఫర్నిచర్ రా, రీవాల్యూషన్ అకౌంట్లో తగ్గించాం కదా. 45 30? 30. కొంచెం ఇక్కడ కాన్సన్ట్రేట్ చేస్తే సమ్ అయిపోద్ది, రాసుకోవచ్చురా అంటే రాసుకుతానే ఉన్నారు మీరు. నెక్స్ట్ ఏంటి? స్టాక్ ఎంత? 3,75,000. అమ్మా ఇంక్రీజ్ అయింది ఏది? ఇదే కదా. డెటారా? మీతో పెట్టుకుంటే రీవాల్యూషన్ అకౌంట్ ఓపెన్ చేయండి రా. రీవాల్యూషన్ అకౌంట్లో బిల్డింగ్ వాల్యూ ఎంత అయిపోయింది? 2,40,000. 2,40,000 అయిపోయిందా? ఫర్నిచర్ ఎంత? అదేనా తగ్గింది? ఇంకా మీ రిమైనింగ్ వాల్యూస్ అన్నీ ఒకటే కదా, మరి చెప్పడానికి ఏంటి? ఇంకా స్టాక్ ఎంత? 3,35,000 అయిపోయింది కదా. వాట్ ఇస్ ద నెక్స్ట్ వన్? డెటార్ హౌ మచ్ అమ్మా? డెటార్ 60. నెక్స్ట్ బ్యాంక్ ఏమన్నా చేంజెస్ ఉన్నాయి? అకౌంట్ ఏమైనా వేసామా? ఏం పే చేయాల, మనకేం రాలేదు కూడా అసలు. సో బ్యాంక్ ఎంత? 1,20,000. Is there anything else? 60, 75 అని. What is the total? 8,85,000. 8,85,000. That's all. 1 rupee rounding of error. That one also marginal error. 1 rupee. Everyone we have got. That's why only I have told you na. Keep another aspects. 1 rupee. 1 rupee I will give. Okay na? 1 rupee is the rounding of error. So what we have done in this question means, so for the discussion itself, it will take so much time. While solving, it will be a very easy. First we have done, we have opened the which account amma? Revaluation account. So revaluation account easily only. The tab is not working, so no problem. What happened? Not recorded. Okay na? What happened amma? Okay. What is the first step amma? We have gone to the revaluation. So revaluation is a easy step. We will distribute to all the partners. Completed. Next we have prepared the capital account. We have recorded the opening balance, and here also we have recorded the opening balance. So next what we have done ma? We have totally prepared goodwill amma. Goodwill directly we should not take the same profits, we should convert, and we have find out the average goodwill. Okay na? Goodwill. After that what ma? Gaining ratio we have apportioned, but this gaining ratio effect we have given in the capital accounts. Next one completed. P&L approve. It is one only the main important point. So we are dividing into the year beginning to date of the death of the partner, death of the partner to year end. So here we will give to only A, B and C in the half of the year. But when come to the second year, second half, we will give only to the A and B. We should not give the C because C is not existing. But instead of that, we will give what ma? Interest to the legal heirs on unpaid amount, on the unpaid. For that reason, we have closed the first which account? Unpaid account, C account we have closed. For the C account, whatever the balance available here na, that balance we have transferred to which account amma? C's current account. You have transferred to which account amma? C's capital account. From the C's current account balance, you have transferred to C's capital account. In the C's capital account, which side? Which side amma? Debit side. So debit side, then we have got the C's legal heir account. You got what ma? C's legal heir. After that we have closed the remaining one. But after this, we know the C's legal heir account na. On this we have calculated the interest. After removing that interest only, whatever the balance available, you have posted to the partner's current account. That's all. Simple na. What is the concept amma? Revaluation, opening balances, goodwill calculation. So for the goodwill calculation, we have taken so much time. That's all. The simple amma, if you understand while sitting in the home, it is easy to solve the partnership. So please remember, don't think that by way of seeing the number of accounts. The number of accounts is for they only ask us to prepare. For that reason, we have asked. That's all. Okay, na guys. So this adjustment is cool. We have find out the goodwill and we can find out the gaining ratio. Through the gaining ratio, we can distribute these all things. Okay, na? So through the gaining ratio, distribute these things. It will be very fine. Are you getting the point? So till now we have completed the admission, retirement, admission come retirement, and the death. So Still we are having the 4 5 models we need to discuss in the next class. Thank you. Have a nice day.